Did you know that 65% of leaders feel unprepared for the challenges of leadership? It's true. And what's even more shocking is that 60% of startups fail due to poor leadership. If you want to avoid becoming another statistic, mastering leadership is essential. But how do you stand out as a leader in a crowded field? The answer lies in practical, proven tactics that help you grow from being just a boss to becoming a true leader. In this video, you'll learn 6 powerful leadership tactics that can help you establish yourself as a true leader. These aren't the common tips you've heard 1,000 times before. We're diving deep into strategies that will help you build authentic relationships, make fearless decisions, and lead with purpose. By the end, you'll be armed with the tools you need to influence your team, boost your success, and transform your leadership approach. Chapter 1. Unmask your authenticity. Lead with purpose. In the world of leadership, authenticity is your greatest asset. Studies show that 85% of employees say they're more likely to trust a leader who is authentic. But what does that mean? It means leading from your true self, not from a script. When you embrace your values, you become someone others can trust. Leaders who show vulnerability often form stronger connections with their teams. Think about it. People want to follow someone real, not someone pretending to be perfect. Authenticity builds credibility. When you show your true self, it creates a space for others to do the same. This trust can lead to stronger, more effective collaborations. Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, says, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." Leaders who show purpose are able to inspire their teams in a way that mere authority can't match. So, how do you establish authenticity? Start by listening to your inner voice and reflecting on your core beliefs. Lead by example. If you want honesty from your team, model it first. Your authenticity is contagious, sparking a culture of openness. Also, be transparent in your decision-making. Share not only the outcomes but also the reasoning behind your choices. This opens doors for others to understand you better, which strengthens your influence. Don't be afraid to show your flaws, either. Perfect leaders don't exist, and pretending to be flawless can be more damaging than revealing a weakness. Harvard Business Review reveals that leaders who acknowledge mistakes are viewed as more competent. When you admit where you fall short, it shows confidence, not weakness. Remember, authenticity doesn't mean telling everything to everyone. It's about being true to your values, actions, and leadership style. By sticking to what you believe, you'll naturally attract like-minded people. Authentic leadership creates a deep sense of loyalty among your followers, and loyalty is a powerful tool for success. Chapter 2. From Vision to Execution. Turning ideas into impact. Vision without execution is just a dream. As an entrepreneur, having a clear vision is essential, but turning that vision into a reality is where the true challenge lies. Did you know that 75% of startups fail due to a lack of effective execution? This shows how crucial it is to have the right strategies in place. Start by breaking your vision down into small, achievable steps. A clear roadmap will help you stay focused and track your progress. Create a plan that includes timelines, milestones, and goals that are both measurable and realistic. This way, you can transform your big picture ideas into tangible outcomes. According to The Lean Startup by Eric Ries, continuous testing and iteration is key. It's important to stay flexible and adjust your approach as you go. Execution is all about taking consistent action. One of the most powerful ways to ensure follow-through is by holding yourself and your team accountable. Set clear expectations and track progress. Regularly reviewing goals helps keep everyone on the same page and pushes your projects forward. Another strategy is prioritization. As an entrepreneur, you'll be pulled in many directions, so it's important to identify your top priorities. Focus your energy on what will move the needle the most. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, can guide this. It suggests that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. Identifying which tasks fall into that 20% allows you to focus on the most impactful actions. A strong leader also knows how to delegate. You can't do everything yourself, and that's okay. By trusting your team to handle key tasks, you free up time to focus on bigger picture decisions. Leaders who delegate effectively empower their teams to grow and develop, creating a culture of collaboration. Finally, always be prepared to adapt. The business world is constantly changing, and the best leaders know how to pivot when necessary. The key is to act quickly and decisively. Action beats perfection, so don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start executing your plans. By staying proactive, you'll build momentum that pushes your vision forward. Chapter 3. Fearless Decisions. Leading through uncertainty. Leadership often involves navigating uncertainty. In fact, Harvard Business Review reports that 70% of leaders face major challenges when making decisions in ambiguous situations. Fear can paralyze leaders, but great leaders know how to face it head-on. They make decisions confidently, even when the path ahead isn't clear. First, build a decision-making framework. Having a structure in place helps you approach uncertain situations with clarity. Start by defining the problem, collecting data, and considering possible solutions. In times of uncertainty, decision paralysis can be a major issue. A solid framework helps cut through that and moves you toward a resolution. Trust in your gut feeling, but don't rely on it alone. Emotional intelligence plays a critical role in decision-making. Leaders who are attuned to their own emotions and the emotions of others can navigate uncertainty more effectively. According to Daniel Goleman, the author of Emotional Intelligence, leaders who have a high EQ are 90% more likely to succeed in leadership roles. Next, consider the risks and rewards. Every decision has trade-offs, so be mindful of the potential consequences. It's important to remain calm and assess the worst-case scenario. Knowing what could go wrong, and being prepared for it, helps you approach decisions with greater confidence. Sometimes, making a quick decision is better than waiting for the perfect answer. It's also important to stay resilient in the face of failure. Not every decision will result in success, and that's okay. Resilience allows you to learn from setbacks and keep moving forward. In fact, some of the best leaders are the ones who have faced and overcome failure. Oprah Winfrey once said, "Failure is another stepping stone to greatness." Every decision is a learning opportunity that brings you closer to being the leader you aspire to be. Lastly, empower your team to contribute to decision-making. Involving others not only shares the load but also brings diverse perspectives. A strong leader knows how to make informed decisions by considering the input of trusted advisors and team members. Collaboration builds confidence, both in the leader and in the team. By following these strategies, you'll become a fearless decision-maker, even in the most uncertain situations. As an entrepreneur, this kind of decisiveness sets you apart and builds trust with those you lead. The ability to lead through uncertainty is what separates great leaders from the rest. If you're finding these insights helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay updated on more leadership tips. Chapter 4. Empathy over ego. Build genuine connections. When it comes to leadership, empathy is often the missing ingredient. According to a study by the Center for Creative Leadership, 60% of executives believe that empathy is a key factor in leadership success. Leading with empathy helps you understand the needs and feelings of others, which builds trust and strengthens relationships. Great leaders know that empathy isn't just a nice-to-have quality, it's a powerful tool for influencing and inspiring teams. Empathy begins with active listening. This means truly hearing what others are saying without interrupting. Research by the Harvard Business Review suggests that people who feel listened to are 70% more likely to be committed to the goals of the organization. Active listening allows you to build deeper connections with your team, and it's essential in fostering an environment of trust. As a leader, it's also crucial to put yourself in your team's shoes. This means not just understanding their needs but also acknowledging their struggles. When you show genuine concern for others' challenges, it strengthens your relationship with them. The more you understand what drives your team, the better you can support them in achieving success. Empathy also extends to giving feedback. Leaders who are empathetic give constructive feedback that helps others grow, rather than simply pointing out mistakes. Studies show that employees who receive feedback from empathetic leaders are 43% more likely to improve their performance. When feedback is delivered with care and compassion, it becomes a tool for development, not just critique. One powerful way to lead with empathy is by practicing vulnerability. As a leader, showing your own challenges and being open about your struggles makes you more approachable. Brené Brown, author of Dare to Lead, says, Vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. Vulnerability helps break down barriers, creating a more connected and supportive team. Finally, create a culture of empathy within your organization. When you set the example, others will follow. Encourage team members to listen to one another and support each other. A culture of empathy can lead to higher morale, better collaboration, and ultimately greater success for everyone involved. Chapter 5. Mastering Influence. The subtle art of persuasion. Influence is not about manipulation. It's about inspiring others to take action. As an entrepreneur, mastering the art of persuasion can transform your leadership effectiveness. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology suggests that leaders who can persuade others effectively are more likely to achieve their goals. The key to persuasion is understanding people. When you take the time to understand what motivates and drives others, you can align your vision with their needs. This creates a win-win situation where everyone benefits. By framing your ideas in a way that resonates with your audience, you can persuade them to take action toward shared goals. One important strategy is storytelling. According to The Storytelling Animal by Jonathan Gottschall, stories are one of the most powerful tools in persuasion. Humans are wired to respond to stories, as they help make abstract concepts feel concrete and relatable. As a leader, share your vision through compelling stories that highlight the impact of your ideas. When you tell stories that connect with your audience emotionally, you can inspire them to take action. Another powerful technique is reciprocity. The Cialdini principles of persuasion explain that when you give something of value, people are more likely to return the favor. This doesn't necessarily mean material gifts. It could be offering support, time, or advice. When you give, you create a sense of obligation in others, which they are more likely to repay in the future. Also, focus on building credibility. People are more likely to be persuaded by someone they trust. A study from the Journal of Consumer Research found that trustworthiness and expertise are two of the most important factors in persuasion. Make sure your actions align with your words and demonstrate your expertise in your field. Over time, this will strengthen your influence and help you lead effectively. Finally, don't forget the power of emotional appeals. People often make decisions based on their emotions, not logic. A study by McKinsey & Company found that emotional connection to a brand can drive customer loyalty by 2.5 times. As a leader, tap into emotions by highlighting how your vision will make a positive difference in people's lives. When you connect emotionally with others, you build the kind of influence that encourages action. Chapter 6. Lead by Learning. The constant evolution of leadership. Great leaders are lifelong learners. They recognize that leadership is an evolving skill, and they commit to continuous self-improvement. According to a Gallup study, 60% of employees say their manager's ability to learn and grow impacts their overall job satisfaction. Leaders who embrace learning not only improve their skills but also create an environment where their team can thrive. The first step to learning as a leader is developing a growth mindset. Carol Dweck, in her book Mindset, explains that those with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed through effort and learning. Leaders with this mindset view challenges as opportunities to grow, which encourages a similar attitude in their teams. They are more likely to seek out feedback, adapt to change, and push past failure. Learning also involves actively seeking new knowledge. Successful leaders are constantly reading, attending seminars, and engaging with experts in their fields. Research shows that leaders who read regularly are 73% more likely to have successful businesses. Books, podcasts, and online courses are great resources for developing new leadership strategies and staying ahead of industry trends. Feedback is another crucial element of learning. Leaders who seek and accept feedback improve faster than those who ignore it. Harvard Business Review reports that 72% of leaders who receive regular feedback are better at developing their leadership skills. Make feedback a regular part of your routine, and encourage your team to share their thoughts on your leadership style. This openness helps you identify areas for growth and gives you the tools to improve. Self-reflection is also key to leadership growth. Take time to regularly assess your own actions and decisions. Ask yourself questions like, what went well today? And what could I do differently next time? This reflective practice helps you learn from your experiences and make better decisions in the future. The more you reflect, the more you grow. Finally, surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. Networking with other leaders and learning from their experiences can provide new perspectives and ideas. According to Forbes, 90% of top-performing leaders say that mentoring and peer relationships are essential to their success. Engage with others, share your experiences, and always be open to learning from those around you. By adopting a mindset of continuous learning, you'll evolve as a leader and stay relevant in an ever-changing world. Leadership is not a destination but a journey, and the best leaders are always striving to be better tomorrow than they are today. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more practical leadership advice that will help you become the leader you've always wanted to be.